On this week's Faster Than the World podcast, we run down all the results for the big NXT TakeOver Unstoppable special and another installment of Book 'em or Bust 'em. It's the Faster Than the World podcast. You ready, Jake?
I am fucking ready, Fritz.
We can't slow down.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to this week's editions, episode 18 of Faster Than the World podcast. We got a big NXT show for you today, NXT TakeOver Unstoppable special. What did you think, Fritz?
I thought it was fantastic, start to finish. 6 big matches. I think they all delivered.
Awesome. Oh yeah, and by the way, I am Jake.
This is the amazing Fritz.
And welcome to the Faster Than the World podcast. We had a big 2-hour NXT, of course, as you probably know.
Another live takeover special on the WWE Network. This one they entitled, as you said, it was titled Unstoppable. They open up hot with a big new intro for Tyler Breeze. They have 4 individual ladies come out and start doing the selfie pose, and then Tyler comes out and poses with each of them with a new outfit, new lights, new song. Definitely had you feeling like this was a big deal, right from the start. And I like to see them doing new things with the developmental talent, and I like them making the effort to make the TakeOver special feel like a big deal. So I think that accomplished both things. And then they explained that Tommy was out of the match, that he apparently was jumped mysteriously in the parking lot earlier today and laid up. And then the Finn Balor intro, modified from the one we've seen before with the big lights and the painted face and torso gimmick, only now he's got bat wings and spines growing out of his back. And sock dreadlocks that he wears on his head too. And you're missing,
after he took the bat wings off, revealing a gigantic eyeball on his back.
Yep.
Yeah, so
the Eye of Balor. Yes,
that's an extinct advantage.
Mythology. Yeah.
That's an extinct advantage if you're a wrestler, having a gigantic eyeball on your back.
I'd say it's a distinct disadvantage. You keep getting dropped on your back. It's like getting poked in the eye over and over and over.
I didn't even think about that.
It just says how tough Finn Balor is to take all those hundreds of eye pokes in that match.
This is true.
And he kept fighting. If you see a guy in a UFC fight, he gets poked once in the eye, he wants to quit the whole match. No, not Finn Balor. He added an eye, take more eye pokes, kept going.
Yeah.
So right out the gate, you felt like Tyler Breeze had the advantage because he definitely the intro was superior. I felt with the tweaks they're doing with Finn Balor's entrance, I think they went a little overboard. It's kind of cartoony, the outfit he had on, a little much.
Yeah.
It kind of lost the face paint, which is kind of what made it special to begin with. Then they went straight into the match. Tyler Breeze versus Finn Balor for the NXT #1 contenders title. What'd you think?
I thought it was really good. In the early going there, they had a lot of back and forth. Big double stomp off the apron onto the floor from Finn Balor to Tyler Breeze. I thought it was pretty nice.
Yeah, twisting double stomp at that.
Yes. And then, it was sadly, not enough. Breeze lands the beauty shot for a 2 count, but then goes back into the ring. He adverts the double stomp, correct?
Yeah, he avoids it at one point during the match.
He avoids the beauty shot and then hits him with the double stomp. Very good opener. Finn Balor wins.
Finn Balor, new #1 contender for the NXT title.
Yeah,
thumbs up in this match.
Yeah, awesome.
Then they went straight into a NXT Live on Tour vignette. Over the weekend, they had 3 big stops and apparently sold out each show. Tore the house down everywhere. Fans are super into it. It's like we've been saying all along. It's a great product. People are super into it. I'm glad to see WWE realizing this is these guys can be taken on the road, and they can definitely make them some money.
Oh yeah. And then we go into the second match: Dana Brooke and Emma versus Charlotte and Bayley. Good women's tag match to get things going. I really kind of enjoyed this match. It was real short. What'd you think, Fritz?
We talk every week about how good the women on NXT are compared to the Total Divas type of ladies matches you see on the main shows. Fantastic match. These 4 ladies, not ones you necessarily put together on paper, but a really solid match. Dana Brooke started the match, did a lot of really good offense, I thought. Really good performance from all 4 ladies, and Charlotte wins, pinning Emma with the natural selection. So as always, solid performance from the ladies on NXT.
And yeah, Charlotte did the bridge figure 4. That's always awesome.
Yeah, the figure 8. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then we go right into Rhino versus Baron Corbin. This match was kind of it's like, peaks and valleys of the show. This is kind of a valley, I would say. But it's still a great match. Baron Corbin kind of slips a little bit, but Rhino makes sure to help him with a big clothesline over the top rope at the very beginning.
Yeah, you can really tell why they have these two working together in this match. You got Baron Corbin, who's as green as a stack of $1 bills, and Rhino, who's certifiably a veteran, been around the world, been a world champion in other organizations, and you could see when anytime Corbin was floundering, there was Rhino there to cover up, patch the holes, make the match look really good. Mercifully short. Good match though. Yeah,
Corbin counters the Gore with a big clothesline and then hits the end of the day. So Corbin does beat Rhino despite the veteran advantage. And then we go right into Enzo and Cass versus Blake and Murphy for the NXT tag titles. And Fritz, I might have to let you lead this one. This one's still bothering me a little bit.
Gotcha. Yeah, match started with Enzo and Cass coming out, and of course accompanied by Carmella. They do their big intro. Music starts up. Out come Blake and Murphy. Enzo started the match. We've talked repeatedly that Enzo is amazing anywhere but in the ring. I guess we're going to have to stop saying that because he started this match and probably worked the first 4 or 5 minutes and was fantastic.
Big drop kick.
Big drop. Did a lot of great mat work and did an amazingly high drop kick. Mm-hmm. But that wasn't the only thing he did in the match. Throughout the match, he did a lot of great spots. He did a crazy diving, Shinjiro Otani kind of diving DDT later in the match that was just impressive all around.
I think Blake and Murphy did a good job of working him over to then get the big hot tag by Cass, and Cass doing a lot of awesome maneuvers there. And then
Cass coming in off the hot tag, being the big man, literally towering over Blake and Murphy, and tossing them around the ring.
But then he makes the tag to Enzo to do the big throw dive that they always do.
Enzo, who's literally unconscious, draped over the ring. Cass tags him in, drags him along the ring ropes to the adjacent turnbuckle, like he was going to pick up Enzo and do the rocket launcher type maneuver. Mm-hmm. As the camera pans back, you see Alexa Bliss out of nowhere attacking. Well, not really out of nowhere attacking Carmella, but if you've watched NXT the past couple weeks, they've been leading towards this. So Alexa Bliss is attacking Carmella ringside. Big Cass has to go out to help her.
Yeah, and then Alexa Bliss runs around the ring and then attacks Enzo Amore.
Cass gets laid out by Murphy unexpectedly, and Alexa Bliss takes advantage, runs around the ring, pushes Enzo off the turnbuckle.
A lifeless body off the turnbuckle.
Yeah, and I believe it was Blake that was still in the ring that rolls over on top of damn near dead Enzo Amore. 1, 2, 3. Blake and Murphy retain the belts.
This is bullshit. This is why they have security in the arena. This is why they have a ref in the ring. I don't know what was going on in this match. First and foremost, you can't have another person interfere in a match. I mean, what's going on with that? This is bullshit. Enzo and Cass need a rematch next week. I want to see it next week. I want to see what happens next week.
Clearly continuing that feud. Then I believe we had a Kevin Owens on Raw video package showing him coming out. Surprise, we haven't mentioned this yet, but surprise debut on Raw this week.
Oh yeah,
came out and laid out John Cena. Didn't accept the Cena challenge. Just left him laying, and then in a surprise turn, stepped on the U.S. title and elevated the NXT title.
Yeah, it's what the whole wrestling world's talking about. What do you think about it, Fritz?
It's kind of interesting. I could definitely believe that Kevin Owens, being a Quebecer, would be all about doing that. And I think it's interesting that they're wanting to say, look, the top title in our developmental show is just is as important as the IC belt or US belt. So that's interesting. I like them elevating it. I like them again acknowledging that the NXT is a good product and elevating these guys and bringing them in on the shows. The main shows.
Yeah, I like it a lot. They did Sami Zayn 3 weeks ago, and of course Neville's been tearing it up, so it was kind of awesome to see Kevin Owens. And then we go right into Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch for the NXT Women's title.
Yeah, they have a little vignette recapping the feud.
Oh yeah,
since Becky Lynch came into the scene, and then she and Sasha got together and became team best at everything. And initially they were saying, look, these two aren't friends. This is a business alliance. This is simply what it is. And so it was no surprise these two were eventually going to face each other.
Yes. And we had new entrances throughout the whole show, but then Becky Lynch comes out orange hair, Fifth Element style, going crazy. What'd you think about this entrance, Fritz?
Since she's come on the scene, they keep struggling to put a package on her. First they had her as the little Irish dancing girl, and that didn't work out. And then they had her as the kind of the alt rocker chick, and that didn't kind of stick very well. And so they're trying something else with her. I like her in the ring. I thought the intro was good. I thought the baggy shorts they had on her didn't look great in the ring. But yeah, like you said, lots of new intros, lots of new outfits throughout the show. She's another one. And Sasha Banks then also got, it seemed like a new light effects package with her intro.
Oh, yeah, new tights as well, right?
Yeah. I think the tights are definitely new for this show. And with the light effects they hit her with, she looked very impressive coming to the ring.
Yeah, but this match was really good as well. Sasha Banks working over the arm the entire match was really awesome. She
each working over their opponent's arm during the match. That was an interesting angle.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. And then
Becky Lynch unloading a torrent of suplexes in this match. I think 4 or 5 easy. My favorite easily being this kind of roll through suplex to a sit out arm breaker move she did. That was where she almost went for her finish. The little pump handle arm breaker she's been using. Really impressive.
I think that led to Sasha Banks getting the ropes, and then correct.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, she escaped them.
And then Lynch continued her offense, goes to the top turnbuckle for then Sasha just to jump up there and grab her arm and kind of throw it into her knees on the way down, and then ties it in with the bank statement for the 1, 2, 3. Great match. I think this was now just off the top of my head, this was probably the best match of the show. My favorite match of the show.
Yeah, easily. As we've talked about before, they've got a lot of confidence in the women, and putting this high on the card shows that this title matters. They believe in what these girls can do. They went out there and performed. They had more time than Zayn and Owens did in the ring, and delivered all around. Fantastic to see them work together. Really nice to see that afterwards Banks left the ring, and the crowd really got behind Becky Lynch, gave her a standing O.
Yeah, singing her song.
Yeah.
With no music behind it. That's pretty awesome. And then after that, we go right into the main event: Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn 2 in their NXT feud. Right out the early going, Kevin Owens rolls out to the ring, starts Sabisco and everybody, but Sami Zayn flies in with a big clothesline, taking him down, battling all around the arena. They go out to this
very different than the previous match.
Yes. I think they're kind of. Sami Zayn was very weary of his arm here, so they brawl outside the ring. They go all the way to the bleachers area. They tease a big powerbomb Kevin Owens to Sami Zayn, but Sami Zayn holds on to the guardrail and doesn't let him do it quite yet in the match.
Yeah.
Then they brawl some more. It's not really a lot of wrestling here. It's just a big brawl. But then Kevin Owens eventually does land the big powerbomb on the apron to Sami Zayn, continuously attacking Sami Zayn.
Yeah, big counter, apron powerbomb. Let Zayn laying out. Then threw him in the ring. Started just wailing on him. More referees appear from the back, try and separate him. To no avail. Owens keeps going after Zayn. Goes outside, gets his title, gets a chair, threatens to smash the prone and seemingly unconscious Sami Zayn with the title. When somebody's music starts, we don't really know who it is. And then the camera cuts and out comes
Samoa Joe.
Surprise debut, NXT TakeOver. We didn't know it, didn't see it online, nobody gave it away.
Yeah.
Genuine surprise. I'm excited. I like Samoa Joe.
Oh yeah, I'm fucking stoked. Samoa Joe, always
former
awesome.
PWX star.
Yeah. Former Ring of Honor star, former TNA star. He kind of built Ring of Honor.
Former star in Japan.
I would say he really elevated the world title in Ring of Honor when he held it for 2 years at one point. Yep. His matches with Kurt Angle in TNA are probably the best matches in TNA's history.
Easily.
Seeing him come in a WWE contract in an NXT/WWE ring, and
they call him Samoa Joe.
Yes,
they're not trying to repackage him. He's not a savage. He's not a bone through into his nose, spear chucking savage. He is Samoa Joe, the character that he's built over the year, the gimmick he's worked with over the years and built. He's going to get to do that. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. And pairing him, I guess, with it looks like Kevin Owens off the start is pretty awesome. With all this talk about John Cena saying the champ is here, him coming out wearing the thing that's wearing Cena's shirt, saying the champ is here, and then now we have Samoa Joe tied into the feud a little bit with. The champ is here as well. If you know Samoa Joe, that's what he's been saying since the Ring of Honor 2-year run. So that's fucking awesome. I'm pretty stoked. Samoa Joe is definitely one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Yeah, definitely a fantastic finish to an otherwise kind of lackluster match.
Yes.
But given that Zayn was injured, you couldn't expect too much from him. And knowing that Owens is also going into to face Cena in less than 2 weeks. So considering that, you couldn't expect a whole lot from those two. And Joe coming out to close the show. Fantastic. Overall thoughts on the show?
2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. I really liked it. What'd you think of it, Fritz? I
agree. Absolutely. Another fantastic takeover show. NXT as always delivers.
Oh yeah, and Payback was Sunday. I thought this show was way better than Payback. What did you think?
Yeah, absolutely. 2 hours, all wrestling. Yeah, absolutely, way better.
Yes. And then now that we're done with this week's special takeover,
it's time for everybody's favorite segment. It's Book 'em or Bust 'em, and this week we picked Corey Graves.
Oh, Corey Graves.
Graves. And for anyone who doesn't remember, Book 'em or Bust 'em is a segment each week where we've got a list of 35 names of the NXT roster, including announcers and on-air talent. And each week we pick somebody. And if you were starting a territory tomorrow, if you were starting a wrestling company, would you take this person? Would you book them? Would you have a slot in your company starting up with this person? Or would you bust them? Would you send them on and let them get back future endeavors them? So Corey Graves, book him or bust him, Jake.
This is gonna be bad, but I think you got to bust him. He's he's an announcer now, and he's an all right announcer. But I think you can find a lot of all right announcers. So I would bust him.
Gotcha. I'm not sure I would so easily cut him loose. Admittedly, I was never a Corey Graves fan when he was in the ring. I was not disappointed to hear that he was no longer going to be in the ring. Mm-hmm. He is solid on the mic. He is a confident announcer. The only thing I don't like about him is when his personality comes through a little bit much, like when he calls Becky Lynch a hot topic girl and stuff like that. I think he comes across as a little douchely and not the kind of guy that's right, I am cooler than you kind of guy, which again kind of douchely. So maybe might be a good heel announcer, might be a good heel manager. Maybe book him, but I'm leaning bust him, so not sure. So bust him from Jake, maybe book him from me. Nice. So that's it for book him and bust him. I guess, is that going to be it for the entire NXT Faster Than the World podcast this week?
I think that is, Fritz. Follow me on Twitter at JG Pro Wrestling. PJTWCentral.com is the website for all the podcasts. Faster Than the World, can't slow down.
See ya!